Today we're going to talk about Handshake. Handshake is the platform that we use at Rawls for job postings and a whole lot more. So I hope you'll be able to gain some good insight and information from this presentation. I'm going to start by getting started. I want you to go in and activate your account today. If you have not already done so, make sure that you get that done today. What you're going to want to do is go to hirerawls.joinhandshake.com. And when you actually go on there, make sure that that's where you go. A lot of times students will just simply type in Join Handshake and it will take them to their website and they will enter you in there without actually going to the Rawls site. So you want to make sure that that gets taken care of. When you go on there and you find where you're at, you're going to see this page. This blue box here on the right side of the screen is where you're actually going to click to get started with the process. You also want to make sure that you download the app to your phone. You want to be able to have access to Handshake that way so that no matter where you are, you will be able to look at things that are going on and check things out. Make sure that you download the app as well. When you get on there, your main page is going to look like this. This will be what you will see when you click on Handshake after you've signed in. You're going to be able to see some jobs that are recommended for you, as well as a number of other things. So let's talk about jobs. Let's talk about finding your next job. When you go onto your profile page, you will see here on the blue banner up at the top a link for jobs. Click on that, and there you will be able to do some filtering for this. You can type in a job title. You can type in a company. You can type in keywords or phrases of what you're looking for. Another very important one is location. You can type in the city or state code of where you would like to find that job. You can then also filter by full-time jobs or internships, so that way you can filter those things that way. Now, why should you use Handshake? Well, discovered, connected, all of that in one place. One of the things that you want to make sure and do is make sure that you fill out your profile completely, including a bio. Here's an example of a bio set up by an Arizona State University student. I'm a junior at Arizona State studying MIS with a passion for helping others. I'm looking for jobs in the education and technology industries, preferably in cities like San Francisco and Detroit. So make sure that you fill that out. Here's some information that I think you may find interesting. I know some of this is a little dated, but it will give you some ideas of what you can expect out there. I know that with the current situation in our country and in our economy, this is going to be modified. But in May of 2018, our STEM MBA students that graduated that year, they started with jobs that on average paid just under $70,000. December of 2018, STEM MBA students were making just over $60,000. Now, with today's climate, yeah, you may have to take some positions that aren't quite as ideal as you would like, not paying quite as much as you would like, but at least you're getting your foot in the door. So keep some of these numbers in mind. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Well, on Handshake, there are over 300,000 companies that will post positions on the Handshake system. Now, that's not necessarily on Rawls, but system-wide. 100% of Fortune 500 companies will also utilize Handshake in some form or fashion. You can look for jobs and internships in just about any area that you want to look at it. If it's business and finance or maybe aerospace or whatever. They cover all 50 states and even 165 different companies. What their jobs are right now, how many they've got posted, I couldn't tell you, but there are going to be plenty of them. One of the things to also keep in mind is, yeah, things have been very tough. I know that a lot of people have lost their jobs, but if you were noticing the last jobs report, the experts were saying, oh, we could see a decline, we could see the unemployment rate reach 15, 16, 17%. And instead, what happened was the US economy added 2.5 million jobs. The unemployment rate actually went down. So fortunately, our economy was in such strong shape that when all of this hit, we still are able to survive and actually come out of this very strong. So you're still in a very good position. By the time you're ready to graduate, hopefully things will be even stronger. There's opportunities for students really all year round. If you're looking for part-time jobs, then you could also find something here on Handshake that way. Now, if you're not quite sure what you want to do, the algorithm that Handshake uses is very much like Netflix. And when you go on Netflix and you watch a movie, they're going to come back and say, oh, you watch this movie, you may be interested in this, or you may be interested in that. Here's something similar. The same thing here. When you get on and you start looking at some jobs that you may be interested in, the algorithm is going to pick that up and then be able to pull jobs and come in and say, oh, you were looking at this, you might want to consider this, so that you can kind of help explore and kind of determine what all is out there and see what you may be interested in. It's a very good way to do that. And one of the things about it is Handshake is going to put these in your inbox regularly. So make sure that you keep checking that inbox there on Handshake. Keep in mind that employers are also actively looking for you. At one point in time, again, I don't know what the numbers are right now, but at one point in time, it was nothing unusual for 25,000 different employers searching for students per month. That's a lot of searches. So you want to be able to get out there and be a part of that. The career search is not a one-way street. You want to make sure that companies that are looking are also finding you. You are 5 times more likely to be looked at and viewed if you have your profile completed. So you want to make sure that you get on there and really fill out as much as you can. That's going to include things like your resume. You can also look at employer events on campus and other events that may take place. Right now, again, we're not sure exactly how that's going to look for the fall semester. We do know that there are plenty of companies that want to come to campus and at least do interviewing on campus. And part of that is a lot of times they're looking for character, and they can't really judge character even through a Skype meeting. So they want to come to campus and actually meet with students. How much networking they're going to be willing and able to do on campus, we don't know. We're still trying to iron all of that out. What the career fair is going to be, we still don't know. That's still up in the air. How interviews will happen after the career fair, We're working those details out. It's changing moment by moment. But this is also where you're going to be able to go on and see what is available and what you can get involved with. There's also a place to do question and answers. This is a really good platform to be able to post things through the Q&A tab right here. You can type in a question and get answers from a lot of different people, even throughout the entire Handshake system. So if you type in something like, how do I get a marketing internship at Google or a top PR firm, you can get some very good answers and very good insight that way. This is also a very good place to make connections with fellow students. You can go to students, click on schools, and start looking through and seeing what all is available, who all is available through that system, and reach out and maybe connect with them and start doing some dialoguing on what their experiences have been. That would be through the peer messaging. Early access to the Career Center. Again, guys, we will keep you posted. The other thing that you do through here is you can request appointments. I am perfectly fine with doing in-person interviews, in-person appointments, and we can do things in my office. Once we get back into the office, we can do things through Zoom or by phone. We can do it a lot of different ways, but you would actually set up the appointments or request the appointments through Handshake. The other thing is your resume review. Now, we've talked a little bit about this already, but when you go to post a resume on Handshake, don't post it as a Word document. Make sure that you convert that to a PDF. The reason for that is a PDF will really keep the formatting true, whereas a Word document, sometimes in that transition, it will mess up the formatting. And so I'm starting to give you feedback on formatting issues, and you're looking at it and going, that's not what I'm seeing on my document. Wait a minute, what's going on here? And a lot of times it's simply because you posted it as a Word document instead of PDF. I will also give you a fair warning. My students in the past have called me the resume Nazi because I'm not nice about resumes. Trust me, you don't want me to be. You want me to be as tough on those resumes as I possibly can, because you don't want something out there that is going to make a recruiter or a hiring manager immediately go, nope, not interested. So you want me to be tough on them. So bear with me when I start calling things out, because the end result's really gonna pay off. This is also where you can sign up for employer-led and in-house mock interviews, and of course, career assessments. This is what our page looks like when you go again onto your top banner there and look at Career Center, pull that up and read more about us. You can also look at reviews for specific companies. At this writing, there were over 100,000 reviews written by students from over 700 schools nationwide, about 64,000 different companies. So you can plug in, let's say, NASA or Walt Disney and see what people have thought about working for them or doing internships with them in the past. You also want to be able to develop and launch your career. So guys, this is where you get started. Get that profile set up, get it going. Let's get those resumes in, get those approved and worked on, and let's kick this thing off. If you have questions, shoot me an email. I will be glad to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I at least know who to contact to get the answer. Hopefully, that will be able to take care of any situation. Talk to you soon.